Hey, it's Jack. No K, Jack in the attic. This is a weird way to start a video. But it makes sense because this is gonna be just straight up vlog, no anything else. We're 1 week out from Halloween. I wanted to show you how the week goes in the same way I did my Tour de Fleece videos. Apparently I scratched my neck at some point, I don't know. So first thing, please know that my bangs, you don't need to be concerned. I am not the type of person to cut my bangs in a crisis. I just, every 3 months or so, cut them extremely short so that I don't have to trim them very often. I should also mention that the intention here is, knowing this video is going to come out after Halloween, I don't know. I try to extend the Halloween season as long as I reasonably can, and hopefully this is a part of that, at least for me, you know? Anyway, I'm dressed for the gym. I'm going to the gym. It is a 51-degree gray Saturday morning, and later today I'm going to the late semi-grand reopening of Unwind. All those modifiers are based on my own lateness. They reopened on Thursday, but I couldn't get out Thursday or Friday, so I'm going today. Okay, I'm back. Hey, by the way, you have been balanced on a cat tree this whole time. Did you even know? You're on a cat tree right now. Anyway, I hope you liked the little tour of the new Unwind location. I obviously couldn't get like big broad shots of what the store as a whole looks like because there were a lot of people there. Everyone was excited about the grand reopening. I allowed myself some minis because I am working on a mini project. I will show you what I have done so far after this because I made a bunch of granny squares. It's gonna be, the theory at the moment is a cardigan. We'll see. Cat is doing gymnastics. During yarn crawl, I got 2, I think, minis from this same dyer, and I really liked them for this project. I don't actually know like anything about this dyer. It's Emma's yarn. I think I've only seen it at Unwind, but colors gorgeous. So I'm doing greens and some browns. I think these are not repeats of any of the minis I got during yarn crawl. First is Roasted. This is a really like cool toned grayish brown, really like that. Julep, which is a little bit of a cooler tone green. Again, it's more of like, obviously mint because of the name, like a minty green. And then Freshly Cut. This is the only one that I'm not 100% certain isn't a repeat, but I'll just show you the squares I've already made and we can compare them. Okay, bear with me because I had them in a stack and the stack turned into a pile. This is actually the leftovers from my Malabrigo Primavera socks. It looks so different crocheted than knit. It's cool. I thought it would go with, you know, the color scheme of this. This, I do really still like it. It is more blue than I would normally go for, but it's cool. I don't remember what this is, honestly. I am combining leftovers when I don't have enough for a square. This one I love. This was one of the Emma's Yarn minis, I'm pretty sure. Who was this? What was this? I don't know, but I really like it. Anyway, you get the idea. You get it. The concept. These are all just fun colors I really liked. Okay, now picture this. Right? This makes sense. This makes sense. So now I know for sure none of these are repeats. I say that and then I look at roasted. I'm pretty sure this was a different sock yarn, like entire 100-gram skein that I got and knew I would have left over, so I went ahead and made a couple squares. Also, I'm not even finishing a row if I can't. I'm just picking up wherever it leaves off, which is not something I would normally do, but it's fun. See, I used a tiny scrap of nothing in the center of this one. Anyway, squares. Would this be a bad time to say this video is brought to you by Squares? Not Squarespace, I'm just talking about squares. Eventually, I can't hear. Eventually I'm going to put on eyes for a video, but not today. Anyway, I am still working on my beanie, the black and brown one. I think it's looking pretty neat so far, and I'm like halfway done, probably. Maybe a little less. It's easy, it's mindless stockinette in the round, so obviously it's all I want to work on. Little baby alert, little baby alert. and an update on my baseline cardigan. Honestly, not a lot of progress. I feel like it's going so slow for no reason. Where's the camera? For no reason? Maybe just because every row is so long. I keep all my work scrunched up on the needles, but here's where we're at. You kind of see how the shaping is? Because there's the V-neck. Here's the back of the neck. You get it. Right? Right? I wish I had more fun updates to give you from the weekend, but not so much. I am officially signed up for a Magic the Gathering tournament in like the middle of November, so we are kind of focusing on that. I haven't been playing a lot recently, so I feel like it's not so much that it's so weird. It's not that my skills have slipped so much as I have just forgotten basic rules. That's like so much worse than not being good at the game anymore, is forgetting how to play anything. This is because I'm not on Arena anymore. Arena was like crashing my phone. Anyway, back to knitting. Crafts. I do want to start my little embroidered bat for myself since it's Halloweek. I feel like that would be an appropriate little project to start at the moment. And it's pretty quick. I'll give you more updates as they exist. They don't right now. Here's me from 5 minutes later. I kept thinking I looked weird in that clip and I just didn't have my glasses on. My glasses are like a big part of my face. Also, it's never going away. Sorry. I have to wear my glasses. This is part of it. And it's gonna be part of it forever. Okay, 2 things. I did start my little bat. I'm trying to be so careful how I touch things because I have my cuticle oil on. But look at my bat. I've only done the ears and nose so far. Immediately after this, I will show you that process. It is very hard to record this. Actually doing this with a camera in between my face and the actual project, but I think I got some good thread noises out of that. I don't know, you'll have to tell me. Second thing, I just can't touch things. Second thing, I forgot that I bought this, I think like 2 months ago now, on the St. Louis trip. I forgot I got this Halloween fiber to spin. This is the 100% Polish merino in Pumpyumpkin Kromsky wool. It's the perfect time to spin this. I won't have time to knit it into anything for Halloween, obviously, but man, I really just don't make Halloween into a big thing anymore because this is how I am year-round. However, we have a light orange, a darker orange, black, and green. How to spin this, I have not decided yet. Like, a 4-ply with every color? Do I do like green into black and then light orange into dark orange and ply those? Probably not. Do I split it up into little sections and then spin like a little bit of each color in a row and then do like a fractal spin? I have no idea. This is going to challenge me in brand new ways because I've never had to make the color decisions myself, other than like splitting a braid that is already dyed. So this will be a new experience, but that'll also give my hands a break because I have been kind of knitting nonstop for the last year. Whatever. Okay, that's my update. Here's some embroidery stuff. Do we buy the Ninja the Deep Hours? That's... Okay, hello. It's Thursday. I've been working on stuff, but I haven't talked to a camera in a few days. So here's where I'm at with the bat. I don't know why I thought that was gonna look like anything. I've done the face, I've done the ears, and I've done the wings. That's where we're at. With the spinning, which I'm gonna do more of today, you may have seen, you probably saw, I don't know, I haven't edited yet. I split each color into 4, and then I'm spinning them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that the entire length of this single is going to be all 4 colors in order, and then I'm going to turn it into a 2-ply from a center pull. And my theory here is that this is the easiest way, like the lowest effort way to get the most color combination, because since it will be folded back on itself, it will be the colors in opposite directions. And also I'm not great at sectioning evenly, so they're all going to be different lengths, so it should be a good combination of all of the colors. Is that the best idea? Probably not. But I think at this point in my spinning, I have to be a little more willing to experiment with colors and make some mistakes. Does that sound like an excuse? Maybe. Another thing I want to get done, probably not tonight, but this weekend, is putting the fringe. Actually, I want to wear it tomorrow, so maybe I will do it tonight. I want to put the fringe on my peat wrap. It should be easy enough. I still have plenty of yarn left. Let's do that tonight, actually. Okay. Tomorrow's Halloween. I always take Halloween off work. We're going to Dark Forest at Powell Gardens. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. It always sells out, and buying tickets for group things stresses me out, so I have just not really tried. But this year, there were still tickets available for Halloween night, so that's what we're doing. I will bring you. So whatever I show after this is whatever I end up doing this evening. Okay, sorry, it's dark. That's because it's dark out. Anyway, I have 2 skeins of the yarn I used for the peat wrap. Where is the camera? I have 2 skeins of the yarn I used for the peat wrap. I have this little one that is spun at the correct thickness, and then I have this huge one that is spun too thin. I'm thinking I should save the huge one that is spun too thin because it's more of the same yarn to do another project with. And I'll use the little one for the fringe. Will this be enough for fringe? I think if it isn't, that's a lot of fringe. We'll try it. If I need to fill in with a little bit of the thinner stuff, I will disperse it amongst all of the different tassels. Okay, so the fringe is supposed to be 14 inches long, and luckily I have a 7-inch ruler, so doubled up. Easy. Okay, cool. Let's go. Tasseling is going well. Don't mind the D6s. I have come down with a case of cat lap, but it is manageable. Tassels are made. It's 9 on each side. I don't know what I was thinking. There's plenty of yarn left over. The cat is interested. That's the only reason she's hanging out with me. Oh, the trout is here. Sorry, the trout is the name of the little laundry song. Anyway, I'm gonna... Well, I have cat lap, so what am I going to do? I need a crochet hook, and I need the actual wrap itself. And then I'm just going to attach these. I'll just show you when it's done. It's not going to be that interesting to watch me attach tassels. The fringe is done. I think I may have pulled these a little too tight. I might go back and loosen them. But this hook reminded me, maybe I haven't shown this in a while. I use a lot of black yarn, so there's black fuzz stuck to it. but I use this medical tape to wrap the handles of even my ergonomic hooks because it just makes it a lot more comfortable, and it's pretty squishy, so it's pretty easy to use. It is very late, but here's my final progress update of the night. I did the embroidery around the bat face. Today, it's Ween. I think I already said this. I always take Halloween off. I took off Friday and Monday. I am also a notorious PTO hoarder, so I kind of have to take something off or I'll hit the PTO cap. Anyway, don't be me. If you have PTO, use your PTO. Some people don't have PTO at all. You gotta use your PTO. A lot of people don't have PTO at all. Anyway, moving on. There are 2 errands I really need to run today. Woo, happy Halloween, errand time. I simply did not have time the rest of the week to do it, and I have an entire day off. I am keeping it pretty low-key this year. I have, the older I get, really tried to take the stress out of holidays. Halloween and my birthday, holidays. Because I will overplan. I will create a lot of pressure to have as much fun as possible for myself. And then I just get stressed out and I don't enjoy the day. So the errands aside, I'm keeping it casual and stress-free. The only Halloween plan we have is to go to Dark Forest tonight, and I'm very excited about that. And then I have 3 more days off. We're going to an event at the Nelson on Sunday, and then Monday, 0 plans. So I'm chilling, everything's fine. None of this was about crafts. I do want to spend some time today spinning more of the Halloween fiber. I would love to finish it today. That would be so cool. We'll see. Here's where we're at now. I am regretting, I don't want to say regretting, I am rethinking my decision of how to spin this. I think it may have been better if I had split each color into 3 and done a 3-ply, maybe fractal, or maybe just alternating the colors so each section has every color. No, that wouldn't work. You know what? Everything's fine. I am going to take a little break from spinning. I'm halfway through this bag of wool, which I am now realizing doesn't have anywhere on the bag a weight. I have no idea how much this is. I am currently watching Insidious while I work on things. It isn't very like fall or Halloween feeling at all, but it is sort of a classic of its era, which feels weird to say because it's not in this new era of these like prestige horror movies, and it's not a classic from before I was born. It is in fact from the like 4 or 5 years when I would go see literally any horror movie that came to theaters. Usually with my mom. We would do this often. And I remember when Insidious came out, being surprised by how good it was. And now I want to see if it stands up. So gonna take a little break from spinning. I'm going to work on the bat some more. One thing I didn't mention that I was doing with this particular project, if you remember, I have made one of these bats before, so I've used this kit before. This time I am adding 1 strand of embroidery floss to the recommended amount. So if it asks for 2, I'm doing 3. If it asks for 3, I'm doing 4. That has been working out, although I think on these thicker lines on the body, it is a little too bulky. I do like that it looks a little bit fuller and it covers the white lines a little bit better. It did end up a little bit like ropey on the wings. But I think for the ears and the head and the eyes especially, I really like how that works. And I have not run out of any of the colors of thread, and I only have the main body left. So just a thing you can do, but be warned that it may not work out 100%. There is enough thread. That's what I wanted to know. Now I know. Okay, in case you were waiting for my updated review of Insidious now that I have watched it, it was fine. I think it was still good. However, it did remind me that I think there's a plot point in the second or third one or something in the Insidious universe. Potential spoilers because I haven't watched them in years and I don't remember, but isn't there a big reveal that's like, gender, we got you. Gender, we got you. That's boring. And maybe I'm remembering the wrong movie. Does that happen? Anyway, continuing to work on the bat. I do want to finish both the bat and the Halloween yarn this weekend. Long weekend. Is that going to happen? I don't know. But I will obviously keep you updated. That's the whole point. I think the vlog ends when the bat is done. So I guess we'll see.
No, honey, he's just been through a lot. That's all. It's okay, it's just a dream.
I'm gonna take the boys to school. You should rest. Relax a bit. Come on, son.
I finished this section of my bat, and I'm going to use this moment to do an intro clip for Dark Forest because I forgot to, and it became important because I didn't realize there would be flashing lights. So this is the flashing light warning, and I will give you a time code to skip to if you can't or don't want to see that for any reason. So here's that. We're here, but I forgot to say anything. It's really windy. All you're gonna hear is wind, but we're here. It's Sunday, it's really windy. We are at the Nelson Atkins for the Day of the Dead event celebration. More on that soon. There is currently at least one noisy thing going on in every room, so I'm just hopping on to tell you I'm home. I'm gonna finish spinning the Halloween wool today so that I can let it rest overnight and ply it tomorrow. It is Sunday. I didn't film anything yesterday, but I have tomorrow off. Long Halloweek weekend, so that's what we're about to do. Yarn update. We are 3/4 of the way through. It is not quite 5 p.m. It feels like midnight. The time changed this morning. So I'm gonna keep spinning, see how much I can get done tonight. Again, it feels like midnight. It's not even 5. I can get this done tonight. I don't know why I'm talking like it's bedtime. Good morning. It is 9:30 on the last day of my Halloween long weekend staycation situation. I have very few plans today, but a few things I do want to accomplish. First, it's back day, so I'll be doing that. I did finish spinning and I did wind into a center pull ball, the Halloween yarn. It looks like this. Ignore that. How cute. I kind of want to leave it like this, but I know I wouldn't do anything with it, so I won't. So I'm going to apply this today. I still haven't weighed it, but it looks like 4 ounces. I don't know. And I want to finish or mostly finish the bat. I haven't gotten any more done since I showed you last time. I have the body done, everything except for the chain stitch outline. However, last time it wanted me to chain stitch the outline and then cut everything out and sew it together. But when sewing the two pieces together, you had to make sure to not catch any of the chain stitches. And I also want to machine sew it so that the corners are cleaner. I think I might machine sew it and then chain stitch around the border of the whole thing, because, like, before stuffing it, so with a little section open. If I'm thinking about this correctly, if what I'm picturing is accurate, you really don't need access to the back of the piece for chain stitch except for the very beginning, so I could just start at the opening. Is that true, or am I going to cause myself a bunch of extra problems? We're going to find out. I also think I might go to Michael's today because it is Monday. All of the Michael's sales switch over on Sunday morning, so I don't know, maybe Halloween stuff is really on sale. I have really, unfortunately, tended to agree with the assessment that the Halloween decorations this year are mostly just really cheap, like badly painted, just stuff. So I can't say I'm interested in most of that, unfortunately. However, Halloween themed things that are not strictly decorative, I will use all year round. So I would like to look anyway. Okay, I'll keep you updated. Today's going to be the last day of the vlog, whether I get everything done or not. I am so pink, we don't have to talk about it. Next up is yarn plying, and then bat experiments. Not experiments, I think it's going to work. Plying, then bat. Okay, see you in a minute. Yeah, I don't know about this. I just don't know about this. Who wants to see me use a nitty knotty faster than anyone ever has? Okay, I don't know. On the nitty knotty, I like it. If I think about it as more like orange plus stuff, it does really seem like orange plus stuff. Promising. Okay, I'm sighing because turning this thing inside out The first time I made it, that was the hardest part, the most annoying part. And the second time, also true. So, I have one leg open. I'm gonna do the chain stitch around the border to cover up any little white bits that I missed. And then we stuff it and sew the leg closed, and then it's done. It is, what time is it? It's 4:40. So it's gonna get dark in 90 seconds. But I'll show you what I can. And then that's gonna be the end of this vlog. I'm just saying, if you walk to Burger King, don't touch the burger. Why are you touching the burger? It's unsanitary.
Why are you acting like I'm being weird?
You are being weird. You're gonna touch the burger.
Touch them all time.
I'm gonna keep the audio in this one, I think.
Oh, it's recording right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I get final cut.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I said so. Just now. I declare bankruptcy.
Okay. Bye. Okay, hi, it's the next day. Forget everything I said last night, because I certainly did. One thing I do remember is that I said it was gonna get dark like 90 seconds after I stopped recording, so any updates I had past 4:30 p.m. would be useless. And that was true. That was true. That's why I'm here now. But that does mean I can end this video showing you the yarn I finished spinning yesterday, now that it has been washed and it is dry-ish. It's dry enough to give you the final result, you know? And I did finish my little bat. I think I still need to squish the stuffing around a little bit more. Would I recommend doing what I did, which was to do this last instead of second to last? I don't actually think so. I think you should just follow the instructions. But I tried it so you don't have to. The instructions are good. Just follow the instructions. Also, the only thread that I did get very close to running out of and would not recommend adding an additional strand is the outline. This dark brown I did nearly run out of. I did the bottom section with only the recommended number of strands instead of what I did for the rest of it, which was one more. But I don't think you can tell, and I am still happy with it. I now know of 2 places in my area where I can buy these kits, and I am interested in getting another one immediately. I don't think they have any other, I was about to say Halloweeny animals, but what makes an animal Halloweeny? I guess bats and spiders, and maybe like black cat doing the thing. Anyway, point is, I have made 2 of these. I enjoyed it both times. I would like to keep making them. This one needs a friend now. So I'm going to show you the yarn outside. It's going to be the last thing I show you, and then we're done. I'm sure this video is extremely long. So before I do that, as always, blah blah blah. Rest, stretch, take care of your joints, go and live your best yarny life. Here's the yarn.